Buying a nursery versus starting one from scratch. Are you considering entering the nursery field but are stuck deciding whether to buy an existing nursery or to start your own from scratch? Well, in this video we'll break down both options, looking at the pros and cons, and I'll also share with you some real life examples to help you to choose your path. By the end of this video, not only will you have all the facts that you need, but you'll also see why this is the perfect time to act. And trust me, you won't want to miss the incredible success stories of people who have gone through both paths. But I also want to set a challenge for you. I want you to think of an innovative idea that you would love to implement in your own nursery, whether it's a unique curriculum or a creative play area. Drop your idea in the comment section or contact me through my website and I'll personally offer you feedback, helping you to fine tune the idea and help you to spark your journey. But before we get into all of this, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel Open Nursery with myself, Kurt Liania, where I support you to open, run and grow your own nursery. I'm the creator of the Open Nursery in just 6 months without a massive budget course, and over the years I have helped countless entrepreneurs like yourself realize their dream of owning their own nursery, whether that being by starting one from scratch or buying an existing one. But today we're diving into something that many of you ask me about. Should I buy an existing nursery or should I start my own from scratch? It's a common dilemma that many aspiring nursery owners face, and today we're going to break it down for you. But before we get into the details, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the ring bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And as always, the links and resources that I mentioned throughout the video will be in the description. So now you've got the housekeeping out of the way, let's jump right in. First, let's start with buying an existing nursery. Sounds simple enough, right? You get a nursery that's already established with a client base, staff and all the infrastructure in place, but of course there's more to it than meets the eye. One of the pros of buying a nursery is that you have an instant client base. When you buy an existing nursery, the client base is already established. This means that from day one you've got parents bringing in their children, paying a regular fee, and you don't have to begin your marketing from zero. You also have an established brand and reputation. Even if you change the nursery name and the branding, you're in the location and the building that parents will trust. When starting a nursery, building that trust with parents can be one of the initial stumbling blocks. So if you take one over, even if you change the name and branding, you already have the perceived trust of the parents that already go there. Taking over a nursery also enables you to have the established processes and staff. Most existing nurseries will come with trained staff and established systems in place, which gives you one less thing to worry about. So buying a nursery isn't all positive. There are some cons that you need to consider too. One of the biggest negatives is the price. Buying an existing nursery can be very expensive. You're not just buying the building or the tenancy, but also goodwill, which is factored into the price. On top of that, if the nursery isn't running effectively, it might require significant investments to help improve operations. Another negative is that you inherit existing problems. If the nursery has been poorly managed, you might inherit operational issues, bad staff morale, or even financial difficulties. You could also inherit policies and procedures that aren't in line with the latest regulations, leading to extra work and investment to make things right. Plus, even if it was well managed, especially in cases where the owner was also the manager, you may be met with apprehension from both staff and parents about the takeover because they like the previous regime. Buying a nursery can also mean that there's limited flexibility. Buying an established business often means that you're stuck with its current structure, including its building, operational systems and staff. If you're somebody that wants to innovate and build something new and build something from the ground up, then this option might not be for you. Now let's talk about the alternative, starting a nursery from scratch. While buying a nursery may offer you a quicker route to being established, starting a nursery from scratch offers you the freedom to build a business that perfectly aligns with your vision. Some benefits of starting a nursery from scratch include complete control. When you start a nursery from scratch, you have the freedom to design every aspect of your nursery, from the building layout to the curriculum and the type of atmosphere that you want to create. You can build a nursery that reflects your values, your educational philosophy and your business goals. Starting a nursery from scratch also involves a lower initial investment. You won't have to pay for the established brand or reputation that the existing nursery comes with. With the right planning, you can keep your startup costs significantly lower. Plus, you have the option of growing your nursery at a pace that fits your financial situation. Starting a nursery from scratch also provides provides you with a fresh start. You're not dealing with an inherited set of issues, whether that's problematic staff, an outdated curriculum, or poor operational systems. You get a clean slate to build your thriving business. Starting a nursery from scratch also gives you more options. Generally, there are not a lot of nursery businesses available for sale, so to find a good one in a location that you desire can be challenging. If you're not too bothered about the location of your nursery, then this won't cause an issue, but as I often suggest, opening your first nursery local to where you live, finding one for sale close to you can be challenging, whereas starting from scratch, finding your own building in your local area is much easier. Another benefit of starting a nursery from scratch is your long-term profit potential. While it might take a longer time to reach maximum capacity when you're starting from scratch, once your nursery is established, it can be incredibly profitable. You will have control of how the business grows and can scale it in a way to fit your goals. Think about what your dream nursery looks like. Is it brimming with innovative learning spaces or infused with nature-inspired designs? Well, starting from scratch will help you to create this dream nursery. If you want to buy an existing nursery, you will need to consider how difficult it might be to implement this at the nursery that you're considering to purchase. If it won't be much of a change, then great. But if it is a big change, then it might prove challenging to establish your vision. To help bring it to life, let me share some stories of people who have either bought an existing nursery or started one from scratch. Starting with buying an existing nursery. One of my clients, Joshua, came to me wanting to buy an existing nursery. He didn't want to go through the hassle of starting from scratch and liked the idea of inheriting an existing client base and staff team. So I helped him to go ahead with the purchase, ensuring he was aware of how the nursery was set up beforehand and the implications of some of the things within the contract. However, shortly after taking over, he realized that the nursery had some serious operational issues. There was poor staff morale, outdated equipment, and inefficient processes. I helped Joshua to identify and address these problems, revamped the staff training, reorganized the space, and brought in new policies to improve the quality of care. Within 6 months, Joshua put in a lot of hard work and he transformed the nursery. He improved staff retention and started to build a stronger reputation within the community. It wasn't easy, but he was glad to have the support to help to get it right. In a second, I'll show you a chart which shows you why this is the best time to start open nursery. The demand for childcare is continuously growing. But before we get into that, here's a story about Lorraine, who started her nursery from scratch. She and her husband had no experience of running a nursery, but they did have a clear vision. Together, we worked through each step, finding a perfect location, creating a business plan, and designing a nursery that meets Ofsted standards. It wasn't a quick process, but after months of hard work, they opened their doors and filled up spaces very quickly. Lorraine and her husband now own 3 nurseries, with one of them recently receiving a good rating from Ofsted. Starting from scratch enabled her to create a nursery that aligned perfectly with her values, and the results speak for themselves. So here's what I've learned over the years of helping clients to choose the best route for them. If you're not too bothered about the location that you want to open, and you just want to take over an established brand and nursery, and are confident as well as comfortable of working through potential operational issues and have the capital to do so, then buying an existing nursery can be the best choice for you. It can be a good option if you're looking for a quicker route to getting an established nursery, but always have in mind that it's not a shortcut to acquiring the knowledge needed to own a nursery, as you still have to have the safeguarding and curriculum knowledge in order to pass the Ofsted registration visit and own the nursery. There are other little bits that you need to be aware of, but if you want to explore this option more, then feel free to get in touch and I'll show you where I can support you. That if you want complete control over your nursery and you have a vision of how you want your nursery to be, and you're willing to invest the time required to build something from the ground up, or you just simply haven't got the amount of money that's needed to buy an existing nursery, then starting a nursery from scratch would be the best option for you. It does sometimes require patience, but the rewards of creating something that's truly your own can be incredibly fulfilling. Whichever option you choose, you should act now. Demand for childcare is at an all-time high and new nursery openings are surging. According to recent data, the market is booming and opportunities like this won't last forever. Many local councils are struggling with the amount of parents that are currently seeking childcare since the government funding has been expanded, and it's just a start. In September, even more childcare places will be needed, with the 30 hours being extended from children aged 9 months and older. So opening nursery now has never been a better opportunity. I can't stress this enough. The number of nurseries open at the moment cannot meet the demand of parents needing childcare. Some councils are literally paying nurseries per additional space that they can open. So as I've said, this is unheard of, and it's simply because the demand at the moment is too high. But whether you choose to open a nursery from scratch or buy an existing nursery, I'm here to support you every step of the way. I've helped people with both paths, and here's how I can guide you. For buying a nursery, I can help you to assess the viability of the business that you're looking to purchase, guide you through the financials, and help you to transform it into a profitable venture. For starting a nursery from scratch, I offer personalized consultations, comprehensive online courses, resources, as well as mentorship that can help you from the very beginning, from researching and finding a building to helping you with your business plan and registering with Ofsted. So no matter what route you decide to take, I'm here to help you succeed. But don't just take my word for it. Check out what Aklima had to say about how I helped her.
You couldn't need any additional anything on top of this. He provides you everything you could ever need, all of the documentation. It just really, you know, like I won't, not even in an offensive way, but it's like for dummies. He's just really broken it down for us, so it's so easy to follow. It's so basic and it's so simple, step by step, guys. It's just so simple. I really recommend it, and he really does hold your hand through the entire process. There's been times I've got a little emotional with having a building and then it falling through, and he's just been so supportive. Really, honestly, it's nice to have that personal touch.
So if you're ready to take the next step, I'd love to hear about your plans. Simply click the link that's in the description or the link that will appear on the screen shortly and fill out the form to share more about what you're looking to do. I'll personally review your goals and help you map out the best strategy to make your nursery dream a reality. But before you go over there, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more helpful videos. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section. I'm always happy to help, so let's make this happen. I finally want to thank you for watching. I hope the video has helped clarify the options for you. In one of my next videos, we'll be going over how to value a nursery business, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that one. On the screen now is a video that YouTube thinks you'll find useful, so if you want to continue learning, click on that one, and I'll see you on the next video. God bless.